Morning. Welcome to Mornings with Michael. Mornings with Michael is for informational and educational purposes only. So I hope your Wednesday went well, and we're on to Thursday. Microsoft kind of took the market down yesterday, and Facebook Meta, I believe, is taking it up. We'll take a look at the news first. First, the world news, the bull bear spread in American Association of Individual Investors, AAII, survey was 20.8 versus 29.9 last week. Bulls fall to 44.9 from 51.4. Neutrals rise to 31% from 27.1, and bears rise to 24.1 from 21.5. And of course, that would bring the market up today. In consumer news, Chipotle Mexican Grill CMG Q2 adjusted EPS $12.65 versus estimate $12.31 on revenues of $2.51 billion versus estimate of $2.526 billion. Mattel MAT Q2 EPS 10 cents versus estimated loss of 2 cents. O'Reilly Automotive ORLY Q2 EPS $10.22 versus estimate $10.09. On to energy. Antero Resources AR Q2 EPS loss 28 cents in line with consensus. American Water AWK Q2 EPS $1.44 versus estimate $1.31. Helmerich and Payne HP Q3 EPS 93 cents versus estimate 91 cents. Sonova Energy NOVA Q2 EPS loss 74 cents and revenues rose 13% year over year. Financials, Ameriprise AMP Q2 adjusted EPS $7.44 versus estimate of $7.38. Arch Capital Group ACGL Q2 EPS $1.92 versus estimate $1.59. Lending Club LC Q2 adjusted EPS 9 cents versus estimate of 4 cents. Mid-America Apartment MAA Q2 core FFO $2.28 versus estimate of $2.26. Western Union, where do you want to send your news? WU Q2 adjusted EPS 51 cents versus estimate 39 cents. Interesting, Nicholas Darvis, the darling of the 50s. He had the book called How I Turned $500 into $2 million. Got all of his trade news from Western Union as he danced around the world. So we've had a lot of changes since then. On to healthcare. Align Technologies, ALGN, Q2 EPS $2.22 versus estimate $2.03. BioRed Laboratories, BIO, and Qiagen, QGEN announced that the companies have agreed to settle their patent dispute pending the U.S. District Court of Delaware pursuant to a global settlement and patent cross-licensing agreement relating to digital PCR technology. Edwards Life Sciences, EW, Q2 EPS 66 cents versus 65 cents. National Vision Technologies, EYE, shares fell after hours after the optical retailer said that its contract with Walmart, WMT, won't be renewed after it ends in February. Icon PLC, ICLR, Q2 adjusted EPS $3.11 versus $3.08. Molina Healthcare, MOH, Q2 EPS $5.65 versus estimate of $5.10. So they missed there. Industrial and materials. Carlisle Company, CSL, Q2 EPS $5.18 versus $4.63. That was a big beat. Carrier Global, CARR, increasing adjusted EPS guidance from $2.50 to $2.60 from $2.55 to $2.65. Based on strong first half performance and despite the deconsolidation of Kidde Fenwal, Enovix, ENVX signs manufacturing agreement with YBS International Berhad for Fab 2 in Malaysia, securing $70 million of non-dilutive funding. Q2 EPS loss 19 cents versus estimate of 22 cents. Graco, GGG, Q2 EPS 75 cents versus 80 cents. IDEX Corporation, IEX, Q2 EPS $2.18 versus $2.12. Level 3 Harris Technologies, which has an office in San Leandro, LHX, Q2 adjusted EPS $2.97 versus $2.94. Apparently they're evaluating non-core assets to potentially accelerate near-term focus on debt repayment, moving forward to close deal with AJRD on or about July 28, continues to experience strong demand for products and solutions. Landstar, LSTR, Q2 EPS $1.85 versus estimate $1.83. United Rentals, URI, Q2 adjusted EPS $9.88 versus estimate $9.01. And finally, into technology, media, and telecom, Meta, formerly known as Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, Q2 EPS $2.98 versus $2.91 on revenues of $31.999 billion. And they said going forward, they had good views on forward-looking income and business for the company. So that is what's raising the stock. We'll take a look at that later. eBay, EBAY, Q2 adjusted EPS $1.03 versus estimate of 90 cents. Flex, FLEX, adjusted first quarter EPS 57 cents versus estimate of 51 cents. Impinj, PI, Q2 adjusted EPS 33 cents versus 29 cents. Lam Research, Fremont Corporation, LRCX, Q4 EPS $5.98 versus estimate $5.07. Seagate Technologies, STX, Q4 EPS loss of 18 cents versus estimate of 25-cent loss. ServiceNow, the big wig in software, NOW, Q2 adjusted EPS $2.38 versus estimate $2.05. And finally, Tyler Technologies, TYL, Q2 adjusted EBITDA $125.5 million versus estimate of $120.6 million. And that's our news for today. So let's go take a look at our heat map. Looks like our heat map needs to be warmed up. Here's our heat map. Microsoft is still down after their forward-thinking, looking slower growth in AI. Everything else in the technology looks good. Interesting. ServiceNow is down, even though they had a beat. Wasn't what the people were looking for. NVIDIA and all our semiconductors are up. Communication services, Google, huge rise, and look at Facebook Meta, almost up 6% today. Amazon up, and now healthcare is down today. No, actually, it's got a mixed bag. Medical devices I was looking at are down. Financial is a mixed bag. Restaurants are mostly up. Utilities are mostly down. And real estate is down. And energy is up again. So that's our look at the S&P 500 heat map. As I go over this most mornings, I think most people should be in a more of a, should have something similar to the annuity. The annuity, as you can see, over time, 12.58% return. Where the indexes are 7.57%, indexes go up, pull back, go up again, pull back, as the stock market pulls back. Whereas the annuity goes up a step, does not come down, stays on this step, goes up a step, does not come down. People sleep better at night and overall get a nice return. We'll have a little more information on some things that are going on in the marketplace on Friday. That's tomorrow. But that's our look at annuities. And now let's go to our screen. You know, if we can take a look at the dollar. Dollar is bouncing today, gapping up. So in essence, gold is gapping down. Got a big gap down over here. We'll see if this later fills. We'll need the dollar to go down in order to have that happen, I believe. Silver is gapping down as well. Move on the dollar. Whereas copper remains strong. Take a look at all the main coppers. We keep moving up. We break out in Southern Copper. FCX continues its move. So we draw the line. So we got a breakout here, slight pullback, and it re-breaks out and a gap up, and it hasn't looked back since then. Look at all the volume. Professional money managers are definitely moving this. So that's to take a look at that. Let's look at our bond yields. Interesting. Bonds are jumping today. Bond yields, and yet the NASDAQ is up strongly. The 20-year yield is moving up strong as well. We got a gap up in the early morning, and it's continuing up strong. The 1 to 3 year bond is selling off, so yields are moving up on this as well. Let's look at Ethereum. They're pretty good. It tried to break out over here. There's a strong move, and we've got a pretty strong pullback here. This was a cup and a handle here, broke out of the handle, had huge volume, and now pulling back in lower volume, which is what you want to see. But this is pretty strong selling volume 2 days in a row. And then we get above the bar over here, so that bears watching. Bitcoin selling off as well, very similar pattern. Now, if BlackRock gets its way and gets an ETF on Bitcoin, this could definitely take off as a number of professional money managers start to take action on it. But we'll just have to wait and see for the moment. The VIX is selling off, even though our bond yields are crushing it. S&P 500 is up slightly, 0.17%. Our equal weighted is actually down 0.13%. The NASDAQ, which has been rebalanced to take away the strength in the top 7 biggest stocks, is up 0.86%. It was up much higher. So yes, the bonds are pushing this down a little bit here. Got a little bit of a consolidation. We'll see how that goes. And let's take a look at small caps. We have most of the regional banks selling off down 0.5%. And the Dow Jones, which has been leading sector, is hanging in there pretty tight. Financials are pulling back. Meta and communication services with Google gapping up, although it is on the low of the day as bond yields work to push it lower. XBI, our biotech, has now fallen below its 200-day moving average. Volume is pretty light, which is a good sign. Our other biotech pulling back as well, pulling back to the 50-day. Looks slightly better. Looks like we got a cup and a handle trying to form here. Volume on this selling is pretty low. Semiconductors are gapping up today. Pretty interesting. Pretty strong volume. Software tried to move higher and is now pulling back. Technology doing about the same. Our airline group continues to pull back. Industrials pulling back a little bit. Building materials are up this morning. Got some pretty strong volume for being early in the day. Metals and mining. Got a kind of a mixed bag with copper up and gold and silver down. So you kind of expect to see this pulling back to their 10-day moving average. Pretty light volume. And finally, our housing group is pretty interesting that as the yields are surging, our housing stocks are going up. D.R. Horton is down. Lennar is down. And Green Brick Partners are down. So let's look at that. Let's take a look at where the big money is flowing today. like we got Next Tracker in solar, 167% earnings, quarterly earnings change, 48 cents versus 18 cents. Earnings surprise of 66.78. That's a huge move. And look at this volume. This is a pretty huge move. VICR was a big mover yesterday. Money continues to flow into there. Look at this huge volume. Meta. I took a flyer on this. It was about 2 hours ago. I did a few options and it's paying off so far, although it is on the low of the day. Their earnings came up at 21%. There's a negative surprise of 23.67, but their forward look was pretty positive, and 2 days in a row, pretty huge volume. Seems on the most part, most of the time, Meta blows away their earnings estimates. So that's why I took a chance. I'll take a look at the St. Joe. Sells towns and resorts and residential commercial real estate, primarily in Florida. I guess this could be moving maybe some of the XHB gapping up 16%, 17%. Look at this volume. Our international Seaways continues its move. Look at all this buying activity in here. We one day, which was lower on selling. See if it can get above its 200-day moving average. As I've always said, nothing good really happens below the 200-day. In the energy space, Dorian LPG continues to surge. Global shipper of liquefied petroleum gas, large containers. Got some pretty good volume here. Still early today, and look at that volume. There's a lot of professional money managers repositioning there. PTC up 0.94% on earnings increase of 2%, earnings surprise of 30%, was up much higher earlier before the bonds put some pressure on there. AEX. Kirby in the oil and gas space. We looked at the oil and gas stocks yesterday, and it is definitely breaking out above this area. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 6 days up on strong volume. And Carpenter Technologies looks like it's breaking out on 999% earnings increase, 78 cents versus negative 1 cent. It's 157% earnings surprise. Volume is strong. It's been kind of light as of late, but last 2 days it remains strong. Take a look at decliners, where the money is moving out of. Maxell Technologies was down big yesterday. The earnings came loss negative of 69% change. Even though it was a 28% earnings surprise, it is down another 22% today. Was down huge yesterday, tried to recover, and money continues to sell up on this. this is Silicon Motion. Had a huge move yesterday and then a big sell-off, and the sell-off continues today. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even though yesterday was up, I'd count the sell-off because it ended in the bottom quadrant. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days in a row, money is moving this issue. Crocs is selling off today, down 14%. Missed the earnings. Earnings are up 11%, but I guess there wasn't a big like in what they delivered. National Vision gapping down 20%, huge volume. Earnings came in at negative 19% versus last quarter, a negative earnings surprise of almost 40%. Impinj, which we read in the news this morning, earnings were up 230%, but it wasn't what people were looking for, and it is off about 9% this morning. So this is the danger if you're in single stocks versus an annuity. Wake up with down between 10 and 30% in the morning. Southwest Airlines down about 9%. The earnings came in at negative 16%. It was an earnings surprise of 570%, still wasn't what people were looking for. And Edwards Life Sciences gapping down nearly 9%. And look at this huge volume. Once again, earnings were up 5%, but wasn't what people were looking for. Take a look at Block. Met a new software developer in the company yesterday. Looks like we got a bottoming base here. This is where it broke out of the bottoming base. Right over here. Been trending up. Had a slight pullback over here. And we got another. So I guess you could call that a retest. And then it broke out and has been trending higher ever since. This is long cup with handle. It's a cup base. It's one of the most found patterns after a long consolidation. Right now, we're looking for some big volume. Right now, all the selling has been low volume, which is great. Earnings are in 7 days. So we'll see if we can get a move up into the buy area here. But it looks pretty good. Earnings are expected to go up 74% in 2023, another 39% in 2024. Let's see what owners and funds. Fund ownership, 2023, there was 1747. June, there was 1694, so there had been a big reduction moving forward. You can take a look at. So these are JP Morgan, large company growth, American Century, Harbor, Disruptive Innovation are in the stock. checklist marks out 89%. Earnings per share is above 80%. Relative strength line is moving up. We'll see if it can move into higher ground. Right now it is pulling back a little bit as the stock has. Advanced decline. ABC is passing. Sales is up above 20%. Current price above 10. This is the only fail. 50% daily volume above 1,000. And number of funds greater than 5. So it passes majority of the benchmark. So that's where we are right now. Take a look at daily market average trends. The advanced decline line is moving up. Definitely moving up. Volume has been pretty good. Dow Jones, which has been our leader as of late, moving up strong. Let's take a look at NASDAQ. It's like it had a double bottom here on the advanced decline line. It's trying to move up to higher ground, and we'll just see if the bond yields can yield a little bit so it can continue to move higher. We can see the NASDAQ had reached its peak. It's pulling back a little bit, which is healthy. Which is healthy, allowing these lines to catch up. So that's our news for today. Look at our select stock Square, which is now called Block. Take a look at Tesla just quickly. It's been selling off. The consortium of automakers in Europe are wanting to come out with their own charging system. May put a little pressure on the stock. It had reached a pretty good peak here after a big, strong move up over 100%. So it is not a big question about it taking some profit here. We'll just have to continue watching it as the earnings moving forward in 2024 are expected to go up 41%. But that's our show for today. Thanks for joining Mornings with Michael for informational and educational purposes only. Hope your Thursday ends great. Continue working on your goals and your activities, and you'll amaze yourself. If you have any questions about your financial goals, feel free to reach out to us, and we'll be happy to help you.